But the weather is amazing. The whole coast, north to south, it's incredible. Everything is really good. The people are really nice. We have great services. Nice roads. We have everything, a little bit of everything. So the food, as we said already, I think overall is a pretty damn good country. Hi, I'm João Almeida. I'm a professional cyclist, and here I am in the podcast Portuguese A Simple Life. I hope you liked our conversation. We talk a little bit about Portugal, cycling as well, and great food.
Welcome back, or welcome to another episode of Portugal The Simple Life, and I'm really honored to be joined here by João Almeida. João, hello. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
João, we're not far from each other. We were just talking now about a special restaurant near where you live, and we're not far from each other kilometer-wise. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Maybe you can start off telling us a bit about you.
Yeah, so my name is João Almeida, as you said. I'm a professional cyclist. I ride for UAE Team Emirates. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Portugal. I currently live in Andorra.
Andorra?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that like?
It's pretty nice, actually. I like the
Yeah?
vibe. Yeah, it's pretty calm. Also really nice views. I like the mountains for training is amazing. So
Yeah.
just it is a bit too cold in the winter, but yeah, it's good for ski. So
How cold is it there at the moment in Andorra?
I mean, like probably 0 degrees or something. It depends how high you go.
Okay.
Uh, on the top for sure is -degrees, but still, yeah, for training is a little bit harsh, I would say.
Yeah, I mean for Portugal, we don't have that many hills. We've got hills, but we don't have like mountains.
Yeah, true.
Tell us about your hometown and where you're from.
I'm from Caldas da Rainha. It's a pretty nice place. We're near to the coast. The summer is nice. The weather normally is pretty good. The food is amazing. We have some nice bakeries as well. It's a really nice place to live. We have a little bit of everything. The people are really nice, so I can't complain.
Yeah, the cakes aren't good for training. So I know you said the
Yeah,
mountains in Andorra are good for
I just
training, but the
look at
cakes
them.
not.
I just look at them.
Oh yeah, you have to fight the urge. You have to fight the temptation. Or now you're
Sometimes
used.
I do, but normally, I'm so focused. I'm on my pad, on my drive. So normally, I'm always focused on the diet, but sometimes it's not easy. But sometimes I can also eat whatever I want. So just finding the balance.
How did this dream of becoming a cyclist start for you for as a young boy?
I mean, I would say it was pretty natural. I always liked sports since I was a kid. I did many. I always rode my bike as well since I remember. And then I just decided to start cycling. I was still studying at the time. I finished my studies. I always tried to do as much as possible as I could. The school. I went to university, which I just did like half a year. And then I just focused on cycling. Of course, I always kept training a lot. I really like the sport. And then just naturally, I evolved. I won a few races. And then, yeah, I ended up in the world tour, and here I am.
As well, it was quite a well published thing when you came back to your village after, I think it must have been after Tour de France. And was it after the Tour de France and everyone in the village,
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Tour d'Italia,
Yeah,
and everyone from the town was there to greet you. This must have been quite a surreal experience for you.
yeah, it was really amazing. Just thinking about it, I'm already having goosebumps.
Archepiage, yeah,
Yeah, just the pity was on the time of COVID, so we couldn't
that's
really
right.
do something as big as we wanted to, but was still very special. I will never forget it for sure.
Living in Andorra and all the traveling that you do, what are some of those things that you now appreciate about where you live, about that part of Portugal?
Yeah, I think that would start because we're always abroad. So in other countries, new people. So whenever you come home, it's like a reset. So you give value to the little things that you normally don't have abroad. So I don't know maybe the family, the friends. What else? I mean, there's quite a lot of things, but just riding, just training on my roads, it feels different. Like the same thing when you see something from the past a lot of years ago, and you just have to have that feeling that something special for you. It's quite hard to explain, but
Yeah.
it's nice to come home.
How important is it for you to come back to, this place that we're talking about? It's the simple things. It's a place where people know your name. It's a place where, for as long as I can remember, that restaurant has always been the same. Um, Good food, simple. I mean, how important is that for you as something to come back to, and how inspiring is that for you when you're out training so hard?
Yeah, exactly. When I come back, and then we just say, okay, let's go eat something on that restaurant. Let's say chicken. So and you're there just
That's good
eating
chicken.
a simple chicken, and you just think, oh, I really miss this chicken. It's just a chicken, but the meaning is it means a lot. So yeah, in the end, it's just a chicken, but the meaning and it's your home chicken, let's say. So it always tastes different.
I mean, did you ever imagine as this young boy cycling around Aldous Franks that you would be doing this today? Is it something that you believed in, or is it something that when you look back now you think, wow, I had no idea when I was that young boy in the forest?
No
Did you?
idea, never, never had that idea. Was it super unpredictable and natural? So I didn't really knew the path I was going. I was just doing whatever I liked. I was just having fun, riding my bike. Of course, when you start cycling seriously, you know that there's a future in the sport. But I was just riding because I liked it. I trained more because I wanted to be better. But I never had the idea like I want to be a professional or this and that. It was just supernatural. So I think it makes things even more fun.
How does that feel to be representing Portugal at this level, at this stage of
It's
cycling?
super special for ourselves just to be there representing the country as well. But especially when you do a good result and you see the results, the numbers and everything is and you think I don't think like, oh, here I am in the top 10 or top 5. Sometimes I think, oh, there's a Portuguese flag there. In the end, there's always a flag there. It's quite important for us. It feels good to represent the country, especially in a good way.
Well, talking about Portugal, you've competed, you've traveled, you've been to all these different parts of the world. What do you think makes Portugal? What do you think is unique about Portugal?
Well, being a small country, everything is reachable. It's pretty developed as well. It used to be cheap. Nowadays, I don't think it's that cheap anymore. But the weather is amazing. The whole coast, north to south, it's incredible. Everything is really good. The people are really nice. We have great services. Nice roads. We have everything, a little bit of everything. So the food, as we said already, I think overall is a pretty damn good country.
Looking for a home in Portugal? This break in Portugal, the Simple Life podcast, is brought to you by Dylan and his team of certified realtors at Portugal Realty. Portugal Realty offers the exclusive Simple Life home buyer program. Visit portugalrealty.com today and book your free call to find out more. Welcome to the Simple Life.
Let's talk about the food because I know we do have some Portuguese food that is maybe not very good, but in terms of cholesterol and calories. But in general, like a good traditional Portuguese meal, I mean, you're a guy that has to watch these things. You're a guy that has to be careful about what you're putting in your body. It's pretty healthy. Like the traditional Portuguese stuff it's pretty good. We have fresh food. The fish is good fruits and vegetables. We come from an area where the fruit and vegetables is amazing, especially in this area. I mean, what do you want to just say about the Portuguese food and how good it is?
Yeah, overall it's pretty healthy. Maybe there's a little bit of fat because we use a lot of butter and olive oil as well. But overall, it's everything is natural and it's pretty healthy. Just need to watch out for the quantity you eat because being so good, you're gonna eat a lot. But overall, it's pretty good. And something also very traditional from Portugal, I would say. In the past, I used to be training, and then I'll just stop, get a pear, an apple from the trees, just eat something. All these villages, there's always any fruit on the trees, grapes, whatever. My area is full of apples, pears, grapes. So whenever you want to have a snack, you just stop there and just take a little bit.
Have a little bit of a snack, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you cycled like everywhere in the country? Have you cycled up and down Portugal? Have you done a lot of cycling throughout Portugal?
Yeah. North, south, center, interior, I think everywhere.
What do you think Portugal has to offer people from all over the world? We've seen more and more people looking at our country. You've interacted with, with your cycling, with your career, so many different types of people. What do you think Portugal has to offer to people from around the world?
Well, I think the people from Portugal are pretty humble, and also they work a lot and hard. They're workers, they share the information and the knowledge they have. Not everybody it's capable of sharing all that stuff sometimes, but I think Portuguese people, they like to do it.
What makes you proud of your country, João?
It makes me proud that everybody's really nice, and I think every sports people as well, from the football athletes, whatever sport it is, we always work hard and we can achieve the success. We achieve a lot, we not so much, I would say. We do this because we like it. I think we can put it in that way.
Can you remember your first bike?
Yeah, it was Action Man bike from the supermarket with those like the tires were not rubber at all, like small bike. The second bike I also remember. I remember all my bikes, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the supermarket? Was it in Caldas?
Yeah, it was Continent.
Oh, Continent, the Modelo.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. What's one thing that you want people to remember and to take away from our conversation? One thing.
I will say to work hard for your goals, dreams, and don't give any excuses. Just go as hard as you can.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A question that we ask all of our guests. Portugal, the simple life. Why?
I think it's where we are from, no? Just make things simple. I'm a simple guy, so I like simple things.
Yeah, cool. I like it. João, thank you so much for being on the podcast. It's been a pleasure to speak to you. And maybe one day we'll meet at that place for a bitok.
Maybe we will, yeah.
It'll be good. Very good. Thank you for being on the podcast. Wow. I'm going to let you call it.
That's a wrap.
So thank you once again to our guest, and thank you to all of you for listening. Please subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and please leave a comment or a review. We always love to hear from you. Don't forget, Portugal The Simple Life also has a magazine, so download it. It's for free. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and as we say in Portugal, sejas bem-vindo. Welcome to The Simple Life.